when you talk about the defense and security, masyado na tayong dihado. Pati ba naman sa ekonomiya, talagang didihaduin pa tayo ng sobra-sobra. That's too much already for a country like the Philippines that has been giving and giving to the United States so many things. Like for example, EDCA bases, EDCA sites, walang bayad yan. Tayo, tas mag-impose sila ng 20% tariff. That's too much for the country. I think the country will bleed if the current administration of Marcos Jr. will not be able to negotiate properly on this in this regard.
Mula 17%, ginawa pong 20% itong taripa ngayon. Anong nakikita mo bilang nag-aaral sa pagiging PhD sa larangan ng ekonomiya dyan po sa President po?
Okay, thank you so much, Admar, sa question na yan. Napaka-importante ngayon. Kasi ngayon, nabasa ko yung letter ni President Donald Trump, US President Donald Trump to President Marcos Jr. Ang sabi niya, ang ini-impose niyang tariff is 20% on exports. Ibig sabihin, export ng Pilipinas to the United States. And then sinasabi din niya na sa letter na yon na, i-recalibrate niya probably going down ang tariff na ini-impose nila sa Pilipinas. If in any case, the manufacturers or yung manufacturing industry natin or yung mga firms natin, Filipino firms will parang lilipat sa United States at doon na sila mag-ooperate at magkakaroon ng investment. So, parang sinasabi na Trump na they will do everything na mabilis lang yung proseso and then baka isipin niya na i-lower yung tariff from 20% to whatever lower rate. At saka sinasabi niya kapag nag-retaliate daw ang Pilipinas, mas magre-retaliate pa lalo ang United States at tataas pa yan na more than 20%. And another thing is sinasabi niya kapag binaypas mo ang tariff na yan at gumawa ka ng paraan na hindi ka maapektuhan ng tariff na ini-impose nila 20%, then mas lalo magkakaroon ng penalty ang Pilipinas. Now, ang tanong, why is it important for Filipinos to understand this issue? Na ang 20% tariff, ano yung impact nito sa ekonomiya ng Pilipinas? First and foremost, we have to remember na ang Pilipinas ay may export sa United States. Ang export ng Pilipinas sa United States, first and foremost, I think is electronics and semiconductors. And also, we export to the United States agricultural products such like yung mga fruits or fruit products and even manufactured goods. So may mga manufactured goods tayo na i-export sa United States. So ano yung impact kapag nag-impose ng 20% tariff ang United States sa atin? So sa mga exports natin sa United States, una, it will, kumbaga, ang mangyayari niyan, pagpasok ng ating produkto sa US market, tataas ang presyo niya. So pag tinaas ang presyo dahil sa tariff, ang tariff by the way is tax. So tax on exports. So pag tinaas mo ang tariff on Philippine goods na papasok sa US market, anong ibig sabihin nito? Tataas din ang presyo ng ating mga goods sa US market. So what is the impact of that? So ibig sabihin, magiging hindi competitive ang ating produkto vis-a-vis other products or similar products from other countries na ang tariff nila ay mas lower than our tariff. So anong mangyayari sa atin? Of course, hindi na magiging competitive ang ating produkto, hindi rin mai-encourage ang US consumers na bilhin ang ating mga produkto na na-export sa United States. And how would it, of course, it will impact our economy. It may cause like a slowdown of our economy at magkakaroon din tayo ng less or magdi-decrease o magre-reduce ang tinatawag natin export revenue. So ano ibig sabihin nito? Ang impact nito hindi lang sa ekonomiya ng Pilipinas, pati na doon sa ating mga Filipino businessmen and companies na nag-e-export ng produkto sa United States. Magkakaroon sila, imbis na mag-earn sila, magkakaroon sila ng losses kasi bababa ang kanilang revenue when you talk about export to the United States ng produkto nila. So kapag nangyari yan, may trickle effect yan. Kasi kapag halimbawa ang isang kumpanya na nag-e-export sa United States, bababa ang competitiveness, hindi na re-reduce ang kanyang revenue, hindi na siya competitive to the US market vis-a-vis other countries na nag-export ng similar products, then anong effect niyan? Pwedeng magkaroon ng one effect of that, pwede siyang mag-shrink ang kanyang operation sa Pilipinas and at the same time, pwedeng magkaroon din siya ng i-streamline niya ang operation niya, pwedeng mag-lay off siya ng mga workers niya or mag-streamline din ng kanyang negosyo. So, loss of jobs, unemployment, it may cause, and of course, ang ekonomiya talaga ng Pilipinas ay maapektuhan. So ito lang ay isa sa mga pwedeng maging impact ng 20% tariff imposition ng United States sa Pilipinas. Another thing to that is, syempre, ang Pilipinas kasi is not necessarily ang sole country na nag-export ng mga produkto tulad ng electronics, semiconductor, and agricultural products sa United States. Marami yan, hindi lang tayo. So nakikipag-compete din tayo sa ibang bansa na nag-export sa United States. So ang ating competitiveness talaga bababa. So ano ang mangyayari dito? Ang effect niyan is of course maapektuhan ng ating ekonomiya, magkakaroon tayo ng economic slowdown precisely because if you really look at the United States, it's one of our main trading partners aside from China and other countries in the region. So, top 5 ata ang United States when it comes to trading partners. So, malaki ang magiging dent or impact nito sa ating ekonomiya, which is not good. And another thing dun sa letter na medyo nakaka-off is sinasabi ni Trump na ilumipat na daw ang mga manufacturing natin, mga Pilipino or companies natin sa kanila, sa United States. This is not okay for the Philippines. Why? Precisely because mawawalan ng tinatawag mong economic sovereignty ang Pilipinas at ang magiging dependent ang Pilipinas lalo pa sa United States at i-disrupt niya ang tinatawag mong supply chain, economic chain and even industrial chain ng Pilipinas. Kasi imagine, manufacturing goods lilipat sa United States. So parang sinabi mo na, hala, mag-collapse na lang ang ekonomiya ng Pilipinas kung ganyan. So this is really not good for the Philippines in whatever sense. One thing that we have to take note, ang Pilipinas is nasa lower middle income country. Ang United States is a superpower. It's one of the biggest and the first, still right now in relative terms, it's still the first economy, though China is already competitive in a sense that China already replaced the United States as the first economy in other fields. But overall, matatawag pa rin natin na ang Amerika ay isang strong economy. Number 1 or number 2, it's still on the top. So how can possibly Trump make an assertion na sinasabi niya na may trade deficit daw between the Philippines and the United States at saka may tinatawag kang non-tariff barriers na very disadvantageous sa American firms na nasa Pilipinas kasi nasa kanyang letter yun, which is a very wrong assumption. First and foremost, you cannot compare a lower middle income country like the Philippines and a superpower even in the economic terms like the United States. So when you talk about tariff imposition, hindi pwedeng magpantay yan. Hindi pwedeng pumantay ang Pilipinas na the same ang tariff nila ng United States. Kasi ngayon, ang makikita nyo, ang United States kasi, ang tariff nila is 2.3 on exports. And on the other hand, sa atin kasi around 6.3%. It's precisely because we're a developing economy. In the World Trade Organization, may tinatawag ka most favored nation. Ang isa tayo doon precisely because we are still a developing economy. The reason why our tariff is a little higher compared to the United States, it's not because of trade deficit, it's not because the Philippines doing dirty work when you talk about trading. It's precisely because we need to have a little of tariff precisely because we are a developing economy. We are a lower middle income. We need more support and we need more help. Pero ang ginagawa ni Trump sa ekonomiya ng Pilipinas by imposing 20% is ikikripple niya ito, lalo na kung lilipat pa ang ating manufacturing at saka iba nating industry sa kanila para doon mag-produce. When in fact, tayo nga sa Pilipinas, we need more investment coming from outside para lalong magkaroon ka ng economic activity kung saan magde-develop ang ating economy at nagkakaroon pa tayo ng mas maraming employment precisely because we need more manufacturing investment in our country. At saka kailangan pa nga nating i-develop ang ating agriculture. So why would the superpower and why would the President of the United States ask such thing from so-called best friend and so-called treaty ally like the Philippines? This is really crazy at the moment. So hopefully maintindihan ito nating mga kababayan na it does not pay off na tayo ay treaty ally ng United States. We expect them to be more helpful, especially in the economic side. Kasi when you talk about the defense and security, masyado na tayong dihado. Pati ba naman sa ekonomiya, talagang didihaduin pa tayo ng sobra-sobra. That's too much already for a country like the Philippines that has been giving and giving to the United States so many things. Like for example, EDCA bases, EDCA sites, walang bayad yan. Tayo, tas mag-impose sila ng 20% tariff. That's too much for the country. I think the country will bleed if the current administration of Marcos Jr. will not be able to negotiate properly on this in this regard.